Yo, it's your boy Deezy. Another day, man. Yeah, I'm watching the YSL trial today. And they finishing up the cross-examination with Woody. And the defense, they're asking him about some of those interviews. And they're getting into detail about him lying. And Woody got the immunity, so he's talking about a lot of different crimes, shooting at the rich homie dad's barbershop, the time he broke into Nut's car and stole Nut's chain. I guess Nut called him and he answered Nut's phone, and he met the man and gave him his chain back. But the prosecution is putting the focus on that the defense is putting the focus on that Woody had beef with Nut, and that it was him that had the Infinity that Thug rented, that was the vehicle they alleged used to kill Donovan Thomas. Woody's up there saying I lied about everything, but he only got one more day. He got one more day, and they're going to come back on Tuesday. And when they come back on Tuesday, they're going to finish up with the defense, cross-examining him, and then the prosecution gets to ask a few more questions, and then that'll be it for him. And Woody been on the stand now, it's been like a month or two. It's been like a month or two that he been on the stand, and he's been talking. He's been talking since 2015, working with the prosecution, but at the same time trying to finesse him. And he's getting on the stand talking about him finessing the prosecution and finessing the detectives, and they're gonna come back and get bro. I can see it. He had an open case that they just dismissed for him lying on a CO, saying I guess the CO sprayed him with something, and they dismissed that while he was in trial, and the lawyers were trying to identify that while this trial is going on and they're using Woody for a witness. Oh, it was a major accident right here, y'all. It was a major accident. Major accident. That was a major accident. It was a major accident. Alright. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? That was a major accident, but we back on. We back on. Alright. So, like I was saying, the prosecution was saying about Woody and the Infinity, about him having the Infinity, them renting Thug renting the Infinity for Woody. Woody shot up Rich Homie Quan's barbershop. He shot up TIG Studios. And these are all the things that he admitted to doing. But he explained about how he was trying to finesse the police. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. What's going on from Russia? How y'all doing out there in Russia, man? He was in there explaining about him having the Infinity, and Young Thug renting cars for his friends, and they just taking the cars and doing what they want with them. And whoever this guy Threat is, that's who Woody said he gave the car to the night before Donovan Thomas got killed. But the lawyers are making sure that they identify that Woody had a beef with Donovan Thomas and that he had a motive to shoot Donovan Thomas, but Woody's not admitting any involvement in that shooting because he already know. He said, if you say anything about this shooting, we gonna charge you. Prosecution plays a dirty game, and it backfired on him with Woody. That's all. They play a dirty game. It backfired on him with Woody. And we're going to see how this case continues now because there's other witnesses. But as we see, the witnesses that have been coming up there, they have been turning back on what they were saying. Makes the prosecution's case look real weak. They talking about Birdman in there. They talking about Wyeth and Lucci. They mentioned Jay Prince. They mentioned a lot of people that got that paper. You gotta watch who you hang around. Because this dude was hanging around Thug and he was accepting calls from the police, FaceTiming the police. And most of the time, right, when it's a group of people, somebody in the group is telling. Most of the time when it's a group of people, somebody's telling. And for him to just have the police on speed dial and be next to Thug, I see why all these people weren't going to jail. Everybody was cooperating. Everybody was cooperating with the police, and they were still doing crimes. I don't think they thought this was going to ever end, I guess. You can't lead with violence, man. If you out here and it's a group of y'all, you cannot lead with violence. They are going to dismantle any gang that's leading with violence. And we see every gang that led with violence, what happens. You ain't even getting no money. And this situation that turned around so crazy for Woody, right? He was a bum before this. He started cooperating with the police and it wasn't working. He said he prayed to God, right? He said he continued to pray to God, and now that he's getting to the money, God is answering. I can't agree with that because he got 28 people, 27 people's lives on the line. You was out here committing all this violence, and now God wants to help you. Oh man. It just gets me on how people try to use God in situations like this. The man shot up this place, shot up that place, got 27 people arrested, get on the witness stand, start trying to take back the statements, but you already said all this stuff. As you say, you lied on all these people. And you tell me that God rewarded him for this? I can't go for that, man. I can't go for that. That don't make no sense. He said, nah, bro, he eating and putting a flip on it. Bro, it's 27 people locked up that got caught on that indictment. 27. If it's 27 people and he's eating and flipping, that ain't sounding right, man. You done destroyed all these people's lives. Yeah, and listen, you gotta play your cards, right? I understand you gotta play your cards, but that's some sucker stuff. The man been telling since 2015, bro. Since 2015, he's been a confidential informant. I understand at this point in my life that it's a dog-eat-dog world, right? And that you are here by yourself. That family, that blood, all that doesn't mean anything. You are here by yourself. So you do have to act accordingly as if you're here by yourself. But for the people that want to be a part of a crew, a gang, you got to expect this. Because as we see now, this is the norm. The norm is once it get heated, somebody's telling. We know that. Once it gets heated, everybody wants to have the strap. Everybody wants to bust at something. Everybody wants to be a gangster until this time. That's where I'm at with it. You feel what I'm saying? Snitching is definitely the new norm. And listen, you say he did the right thing. He did the right thing of trying to take back his statement, but he was making stuff up on people the whole time and then trying to get other people locked up. So that initial situation there overrides, to me, what he's trying to do now. He's getting money from the situation, so people are going to embrace you. When you got money, people are going to embrace you. Everybody's looking at him. He's getting some money right now. Everybody's going to embrace him because they want something. But we all know that that's going to run out for him because he doesn't have the brain to sustain and hold on to the paper. So we know this is going to run out. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody tried to get at him after the trial, because when you flaunting that money, people be willing to take a risk and put their life on the line when you doing that. And he's flaunting the money, showing I got the money now, but you got all these people's lives on the line. That's how I see it. He got all these people's lives on the line, and he acting like you not the cause of it. It's crazy. The man said Shannon Stillwell killed Nut, and now he's like, I lied about everything. What about the time these people gotta spend fighting for their life? What about that time? You can't get this time back. That's why I say personally, keep everybody away from you. Don't bring nobody around you. Keep them away from you. Because when people destroy your life, they keep moving. People will destroy your whole life and keep moving. Don't care. Woody the worst, man. That's the worst. And this guy was right next to Thug. You think about it. I guarantee you when Thug's in court looking at him and them other dudes, it's like they stomach hurt. When you see the history of the cooperation, it's just overwhelming. He talking about he finessing. Yeah, I was finessing. He was on the stand today, and they start asking him about some bullets and some stuff he got found with in his pocket. He said, hold on, let me talk to my lawyer. Now you want to talk to the lawyer? Out of all these years, now you want to talk to the lawyer? Don't nobody care when you in these situations, though. I tell you. You gotta be selfish, man. You gotta be selfish to a certain extent. Yeah, you gotta be selfish to a certain extent, man. Somebody disrupt your life, they keep going. You gotta deal with that. All this stuff right here, man, it's deep. We look at life a certain way, man. This stuff is like real fake. It's all mental. You living in your mind. It's all mental. When you pay attention to how we die, how things go, how they put this value on things, we make the value on things. Us as the people, we put the value on things. They mislead us about everything. Make us believe what they want us to believe. And it's only to control how the money is generated. You think the president and people in position care about you? You better think again. People that get put in position, they got an agenda to reach their goal. It's not an agenda to help you. It's business. In life, either you're going to figure out how to conduct business, or you're going to be used in the business. That's just how it is. Only thing promised to us is death. Don't nobody want to pay attention or think about that until it's in their face. People don't want to think about how they can keep their health together. Everything is ignored until it's at your door. Everything. It's like when you got people around you that don't mean you no good. You don't pay attention to it until it's an issue. And when it's an issue, you think, how did this happen? This is a sucker. This is a snake. When you limit people access to you, you have less problems. You have less frustration. You got less things to worry about. The easier you allow people to access to you, the more problems you're going to have. More situations you got to deal with. People bring straight drama. They bring drama, man. Because everybody's dealing with their issues, and a lot of people don't know how to control what they're going through when they're encountering people. And you got to know yourself. Know you. Know what makes you upset. Know what makes you happy. Know what gets you through these days. If you keep trying something that you know isn't working for you, you gotta expect the same results you've been getting. Peace is hard to find, man. It's hard to find because a lot of people got things that are continuing to happen to them, continuing to bother them. And the people around them don't help. So when you find peace, you gotta cherish it. You gotta value it. And you gotta surround yourself around people that want peace. People that's always frustrated, always want to argue, those are the people you got to have less communication with. They distract you. They take your focus. They put you in their world, in their frustration. And they don't care that they disrupting you. A lot of people ain't who they say they are. You can tell when somebody on your team, right? Because you don't have to question everything that's going on and what they're doing. Life. Life. Yeah, you can try to help people. People are very unappreciative. You know what I'm saying? Life. But it's your boy DZ, man. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's not about the setback, it's about the get back. Man.